Captain here, ready to go. Everyone ready? Today we will explore squid, mysterious creatures of the deep sea. Don't let their gentle appearance fool you. Every piece of squid you enjoy is the result of a challenging journey from the bottom of the ocean to the table. When the fishermen set foot on the boat, they knew that they had a difficult journey ahead. The sea is never easy for anyone. In just 1 year, more than 2.18 million tons of squid were pulled up from all over the world. And these brave fishermen, every day, every hour, face challenges from waves and time. They are constantly advancing, with each large ship able to bring in up to 520.000 tons of squid each year. A huge number, right? Countries such as China, Japan, and South Korea are dominating this squid fishing industry. In Japan, in 2023, fishermen caught about 36.6 thousand tons of squid. And did you know? Up to 70% of that squid is caught by mechanized squid fishing. This method seems simple, but it requires ingenuity and skill that not everyone can easily do. The technique of catching squid is a true art, not just casting a net and waiting. No, that's not it. Fishermen must carefully study every detail, from dawn to dusk, because that is the time when squid are most active. When fishing boats move to a place where a school of squid gathers, the first thing they do is stop and orient the flow. Once they understood the situation, they began the process of releasing bait and nets. The hooks are covered in bright colors such as pink, green, and red to attract the squid's attention. When a squid bites the hook, the fisherman needs to pull it up very skillfully, because with just too strong a pull, the squid's tentacles can break, reducing their value. This requires meticulousness and patience on the part of the fisherman. They always have to adjust the pulling force just enough to keep the squid on the hook without causing damage to them. In addition, there are other methods such as using dip nets or fishing rig systems, allowing for effective mass capture of squid. Modern ships are also equipped with powerful radar, which can scan large sea areas, helping fishermen determine the exact location and size of squid flocks. This radar not only saves time, but also helps optimize squid catches. In the Pacific Northwest, as traditional fish stocks such as Japanese sardines and Alaska pollock began to dry up, squid gradually became an alternative. This has opened up opportunities for the squid fishing industry to develop stronger than ever. Once the ship arrives at port, the fishermen's work is not over. They must quickly bring fresh squid to shore, begin the process of sorting, packaging, and transporting. In Korea, ink is one of the most important products. Fishermen here not only catch squid, but also ensure that each squid reaching consumers maintains perfect freshness. July in Korea is the time when squid production skyrockets, doubling compared to other months. This is thanks to large light bulbs hung on the ship to attract squid at night. Each fishing boat has up to 300 light bulbs hanging on both sides of the ship, illuminating the entire sea area. This light attracts squid from the depths to the surface, creating a breathtaking sight. These light bulbs can glow millions of meters away, making the squid unable to resist swimming towards the light. A special feature of this squid fishing technique is that it is environmentally friendly. Unlike other fishing methods, using fishing rigs and lighting does not harm other marine species. They only attract squid, and when squid are hooked, fishermen can easily harvest them without affecting the ocean ecosystem. Chinese offshore fishing vessels currently dominate the squid fishing industry with more than 1.123 boats in the light fishing fleet. This is one of the most powerful fleets in the world, bringing in huge squid output each year. In 2023, China caught nearly 1.4 million tons of squid, an impressive number, right? With each fishing session, fishermen can collect thousands of squid. These creatures, although small, bring a huge source of income to fishermen and the economies of coastal countries. We can see that the squid's journey from the deep sea to the dinner table is not only a story about the survival of fishermen, but also an indispensable part of life, culture, and economy. Imagine, from the first light of dawn until dusk falls, American fishermen catch and process millions of pounds of fresh seafood from the ocean. They are not simply fishermen. They are protectors of the source of life. People who nourish not only their families, but also the country's economy. Salmon, a fish known for its nutritional richness, makes up nearly a third of the world's wild salmon supply, all from these brave fishermen. Every salmon you see on your dinner table has gone through a long journey. Some are caught from the ocean, while others are trapped in freshwater bodies or in inland seas. Salmon fishing not only provides nutritious food for local people, but is also an important source of income for restaurants around the world. Each salmon is chilled on ice immediately after being caught to maintain its freshness when transported to stores and processing facilities. Fishermen clearly understand that. As long as the temperature exceeds 4 degrees Celsius, the freshness of the fish will no longer be guaranteed. Therefore, they're always careful little by little. Salmon processing workers, with many years of skill and experience, operate very quickly and accurately. Each slice of salmon is delicately made, making it impossible for anyone who looks at it to resist the appeal of the fresh, dark meat. Fresh salmon is sold in stores all over the world. But it doesn't stop there. Salmon is also smoked to retain its unique flavor. It is often said that just opening the door of a smoker will reveal a treasure trove of smoked salmon, ready to be sold around the world. In the Pacific Northwest, freshwater salmon are the most valuable species, especially fish such as shinnick, coho, and sockeye salmon. People in this area are not only lucky to live among rich seafood resources, but also know how to protect and maintain these resources for many generations. They fish, but not to exhaust the ocean, but to maintain a balanced marine ecosystem. Fishing here is not only a tradition, but also a form of sustainable exploitation, passed down from generation to generation, and contributing to the growth of the American salmon industry worldwide. The story about the difference between farm catfish and wild catfish is equally interesting. Did you know that the diet of catfish raised in the U.S. is very special? They are raised on a high-protein diet, mainly from a mixture of soybeans, corn, wheat, and minerals. This not only keeps the catfish healthy, but also provides a lighter, more elegant flavor than wild catfish. At large catfish farms in the United States, the fish are raised until they reach about 18 months of age, with an average weight of 1 to 1.5 pounds before being harvested. After the catfish are harvested, they are loaded into tankers for transport directly to processing plants. This entire process takes place in a cool environment, helping the fish maintain absolute freshness. At the factory, catfish are processed and processed quickly. Each fish is filleted. Bones are removed perfectly. The workers here work precisely. Each cut is made with skill and experience. But not only salmon and catfish. Louisiana, a state in the southern United States, is famous for farming and harvesting giant freshwater prawns, with more than 1.000 fishermen and 1.300 crayfish farmers. Louisiana leads the nation in crayfish production, providing approximately 100 to 110 million pounds of crayfish each year. This is no small number, contributing more than $300 million to the state's economy. During harvest season, which begins in November, farmers in southwest Louisiana begin preparing crayfish traps. They use pyramid-shaped traps, with 3 small holes at the bottom for the crayfish to crawl into. Once inside the trap, they cannot escape due to the smoothness of the plastic collars. Every day, a farmer can check and manage about 400 to 600 crayfish traps, which requires agility and dexterity. After being harvested, giant freshwater prawns will be transported to processing plants. Here, they are cleaned, sorted and soaked in boiling water for a short time to soften the shell, making it easier to separate the tail meat from the shell. After being processed, giant freshwater prawns will be packaged and stored in frozen warehouses, ready to be distributed everywhere. With the Gulf of Mexico, where fishermen catch billions of shrimp every year. Shrimp here is not only a source of food for the domestic market, but also plays an important role in the U.S. export industry. Shrimp fishing in the Gulf of Mexico often uses specialized nets, which are dropped to the seabed and pulled behind the ship. These nets are shaped like a flat hat, helping to cover a wide area, pushing the shrimp inside. Once the net is pulled up, fishermen must sort and remove impurities before the shrimp are stored in cold containers. For fishermen who fish near the shore, shrimp will be sold directly to local restaurants or transferred to processing facilities. Although this work is wet and tiring, it is full of charm, especially when a large batch of shrimp is harvested. If you have ever enjoyed shrimp dishes or had interesting related experiences, please share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss interesting stories about the ocean and the fishing industry.